I'm here at Cross Mountain, on top of Cross Mountain. Look at that. Here's the cross. And I'm with, what's your name?
My name is Ken.
And you are where are you from?
I'm from San Francisco, United States.
Wow, unbelievable. And you told me a beautiful journey. You were driving in a car. You came from the library. What happened in San Francisco?
I had been studying in the library about different Christian paths because I was trying to decide which way to follow God, and I was a bit confused. So I'd been doing a lot of studying, trying to find the right path for myself. And one day I had just prayed about it and sort of surrendered it to God. And as I was driving home, I almost felt inside, almost like an audible voice, but not quite that profound, but still very clear. Something came to me and answered me and says, I've heard you, I will answer you in stages, but the first thing I want to say to you is the key lies with Mary.
Wow. And what happened 3 days later?
I was very stunned by that answer because I was not expecting anything about Mary to come in my prayer as a response to what I was asking for. So I didn't understand what that meant.
And because you said also like it's Catholic, Mary, and
yes.
like also different spiritual path, no? You said.
Yes, I grew up Catholic, so I understood the devotion to Mary and all that, but I did not have a personal relationship with Mary. I was a little bit averse to it, actually. So when it said the key lies with Mary, I was stunned. And then 3 days later, my roommate came home with a video about some place called Medjugorje in a different part of the world. And he said, let's watch this. And we watched it, and it was a documentary about Medjugorje. And I immediately realized this was part of the answer that God was talking about. And I felt an immediate pull to want to come here and almost needed to come here. It was inexplicable, just magnetic pull, like I had to go there.
And then you came. What happened?
And when I came here, I kept praying about things. And the last day here, I had a very strong experience when I was in the church, during Mass, when the homily was being given. The priest said, the Mother Mary's presence here is very strong and very real, but we also have the real presence of Christ here in the Mass, just as strong, just as real. And when the priest said that, I felt almost like a shock inside of me, and something opened up, and I became extremely emotional. I could not stop crying in the church for like 20 minutes. It was embarrassing, but I could not control myself. Something really blasted inside of me, and I could almost hear the word inside of me, I'm bringing you home, this is where you belong.
Amazing. And now you said afterwards you went on a retreat, huh?
Yes, when I got back to the United States, I needed to integrate everything that happened here, and I went on a retreat for 40 days of silence in southern Texas. Wonderful, deeply prayerful, and I prayed a lot about Medjugorje to try to understand the secrets better, to have them, have God interpret them in a better way for me, because I wasn't satisfied with the chastisement concept of the secrets. And I one day had another big, huge internal revelation. It also was deeply moving, impactful. Something hit me very strongly on the inside after some prayer. And I felt like I was being told that the better way for me to think about the secrets was that the divine was coming into the world in a new way during this era, and Medjugorje was a preparation for that. And the divine is trying to ask people to open up to the divine, so that when it comes into the world, it can come in a more gentle way. And that's why all the need for prayer and rosaries and all of that, it's to help people receive the divine entry into the world and be a shock absorber for when that comes into the world, so that it can come in more gently. And if enough people do that, it can come in more gently. But if enough people haven't done that, when it comes in, it'll be rougher, and it will push things up to the surface that are already inside our collective psyche. And the chastisements are not anything that God is sending into the world. It's merely the result of already inborn resistance to the divine inside human beings that will be broken up and pushed up to the surface and play out on a individual and a collective level in the world.
Cleansing way, you said, no? In a cleansing way?
In a cleansing way, yes. It will be. It's actually a cleansing of pre-existing darkness inside of humanity. It's nothing that God is going to send because God is love, but that love itself will break up the resistance and the darkness, yes, that's already in us, and that can translate to things that could happen in the world that could be rough for us.
But at the end, we will have the 1,000 years of peace. That's what it's
In the end, we're all leading to an era of peace and transformation. I'm convinced of that, yes.
The era of the Holy Spirit.
Yes,
the Bible is talking
yes.
about.
Holy Spirit will be released in a new way, in a much more profound way than ever before, I think, actually, even. The whole world is going to change. Mary said this is the last time she's appearing in any apparitions. This is the end of some huge cycle in the world of spiritual evolution, I think. We're really at a threshold of something cosmic, I believe.
And it's like you see, we talked about apocalypse, which means the revelation of the divine.
Exactly.
And this is just a purification process for all of us. If you look in all of ourselves, we have darkness in us and we have to cleanse it.
Exactly.
Be prepared that the Holy Spirit can work through us and in us, no?
Yes, I agree. That's it, exactly.
And you said like you came here now after, that was 80?
That was 1987.
And you came back now,
I came back
2022?
35 years later, yes.
Second time.
Second time.
And how is it for you to be here now, on Cross Mountain and in Medjugorje?
It's wonderful. It's still extremely graceful, beautiful, peaceful. It's a little different experience for me because I'm different and the place is different, but it's also very much the same in some ways. It's the same grace and same peace.
Still the portal, you said, from the divine?
Yes, I believe this is a portal from the divine, if we want to use that kind of word. Yes, I believe it is. It's a portal where something is being focused here of the divine entering the world. Yes, I believe it's a portal for the divine here, for anyone.
Acting, no? And bringing Jesus closer to all of us.
Yes, exactly.
Wow. Thank you for this beautiful interview.
Thank you very much.